why they make this figure, why they make the bootleg figure. The quickest answer, or the simple answer I can say, is they can. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Saya Astonishing here, and today I want to share with you guys some of my figures, some of my bootleg figures that I still have, that I still own, and I want to show you guys my experience on this figure and how each age from time to time. Before that, I want to apologize if there's a noise at the background, because right now the temperature is quite hot and I have to open my fan at the back to cool the temperature a bit, and it kind of disrupt the voice at the background because I using this condenser mic, so it pick up everything that it hear around the background of my voice. So yeah, hopefully it's not too terrible as you can hear my voice properly, so it's okay I guess. So yeah, let's start about this figure. First of all, what is bootleg figure? Bootleg figure is just simply a copy or the knockoff version based from the original figure that have been made, or they have official license to make the figure. For example, I have made figure before of Skahab, which I have here. If I can show at the front of this camera, I guess not because it's too close, but we try. So this is the original Rescue Skaha. I made this video back in the day, so you can guys check it out. So another one here is the bootleg. Still for a while, her head is comes out. Hang on. Okay. So okay, this is the bootleg. It has a base, but I take it out because it's useless, by the way, because it's quite large and it not connects very well. So I just let it be without the base. And so yeah, as you can see is okay. So continue about this Skahak here. From the looks, yes, it's quite similar. She have a face about accurate. She have a crown, the hair, the dress color, everything. It looks from the far, or if you not care much about genuine or not, then you can say, oh, it's about similar to original, or it's actually original. But if you really taking care of the details, the quality, the how the original or the fake was, yes, it's day and night the quality is. So as you can see, this one is far better. The color of the dress, the softness material on her dress is, if you touch the dress, the PVC, everything, her hand, everything is very soft, is smooth, and the base is also very nice. You have fluffy materials, which is good, and the metal pack is also working very well, so the figure would not wobble up, and it stand very straight. So that's how the genuine figure was. So this is the simple or quick answer of what is the genuine or what is the bootleg figure was. And I want to say with you guys why they make this figure, why they make the bootleg figure. The quickest answer, or the simple answer I can say, is they can. But the real answer is quite a long explain. But yeah, I will explain to you guys, because I have been experienced in this kind of stuff back in I starting this hobby. So I can say with you guys that figure collecting hobby, anime, especially anime figures, is quite small compared to others mainstream hobby stuff that being collect, anything stuff, toys or figures that you can find on any kind of supermarket around you. Like for example, if you are diecast car, we have Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Majorette something, or Tomica, or the dolls is like Barbie, and then we have DC or Marvel action figures, and then we have a Lego. That's quite easy, and there is quite large percentage that people collect it. So information is easy to being collect. But unlike anime figures, you only can find in a certain specific shop, either physical or online. So the information is low. So either you find a deep information about it, or you just not taking care that kind of stuff in the first place. Then either you get luck for finding a good quality of figures, or you get scammed or been tricked by buying such a low quality of bootleg figure. So the quality here from this picture, as you can see, this is my personal collection that I starting journey of collecting anime figure. I can say there's two types of person and that collecting this figure, starting with collecting this figure. Number one is they doesn't have any kind of information. They're not trying at the first place to getting information about what is the good brand, what is the bad brand, how's the materials, is it the company is very good in the QC or stuff. So anything that they find is quite beautiful, quite nice to their eyes, and they just purchase it without any kind of info. And then yeah, somehow they get screwed or scammed. The number two person is they already find the information, they already have the gather information, but they're trying to cutting the budget to buying these bootleg figures, because genuine one like Max Factory, Good Smart Company and so on is quite expensive. You're not just buying the figure, you're buying the brand is also. So that's why you can see right now in figure collecting, the original character that from China company is quite cheap. Like example for 1/4 scales or bunny figure that they made, not relating any kind of anime or manga stuff, is far cheaper compared to the figure character that relate to anime, manga or merch something. So I have been these two situation. At the first I collecting this figure without any kind of information, so I buy from the live sale on Facebook. I saw it's very nice. By that time I collecting a price figure, even though price figure also is already cheap. You can still get, or you can find the bootleg version of it. So by the time I starting collecting One Piece, so yeah, I buy some stuff, bootleg figures that are already throwing away because of the figure itself cannot be displayed anymore because of how the quality is. And so I saw the figure, it looks nice, it's interesting, and the seller managed to hook me up to getting it into the figure, so I buy. And then somehow it not last longer, so but still at that time I not taking care of this kind of matter because it's cheap. And then I decide to getting into resin figure, but then I watch Tokyo Ghoul and I want to somehow to get some of Kaneki figure stuff, and somehow they sell the Kaneki stuff that is behind there, which I will explain to you guys more. And then followed by scale figure. But at that time I already getting into Fate, but not Fate Grand Order. I starting with, somehow it's funny, some people starting with a Fate Stay Night or Fate Zero stuff, or even the Fate Grand Order itself. But me, I'm starting in a Fate Fate Extra. the Nero character as a main servant in that anime. So I starting from there, and somehow at that time I not getting ripped off. I buy the genuine Nero Bright dress version made by I think Sega. I have the figure on my display, but I forgot on the box, but it's somehow like Sega stuff, but it's very nice. Somehow I not get scammed by that figure, and then follow after that I saw this Jan over here and some of my bootleg on that I still have in my display. This just one of it. I want to show. I don't want to put a lot of stuff, and the camera is quite large, and so yeah. At that time I saw it is cheap. Back in 2018 and 2019, you can find easily bootleg stuff. If you're not careful, you easily can get scammed. Like for myself, I not scam myself. I just cheap to buy this kind of figure. I don't want to spend a lot because at that time I just doing a part-time job. I still students, and I still have some of my savings for my work, and I decided to still collecting this figure hobby. And so I buy the bootleg figures. At that time I not really care about the quality or the details, everything. As long as I can get that figure, I'm satisfied for myself. But then during a pandemic, everything went slow down, and even same as my collecting figures. But after 2021, I think 2022, I start collecting. Collecting back, but at that time I was really interesting on RAM Furyu FNAC series, the China dress. But at that time, it already changed me because that time that figure doesn't have any kind of bootleg, so I really want it at that time, and so I try to negotiate with the seller, and so they helped me to get this figure by do a deposit or something. And so that is my journey collecting the genuine figures. And after that I buy the bootleg figures just for educate purpose on a video, like for example the bootleg Skahak that I buy simply to show you guys, to show if you interesting to buy that Skahak, what the points of you must see before that the final conclusion, either that figure that you searching is a bootleg or not. So that's my purpose of buying bootleg figure now. And so this is my stuff that I want to show you guys, the point of how this figure not age well and how you can avoid by seeing this kind of figure. So first of all, this is Miku over here. I really heavy on collecting Miku, so that's why you can see at the back there Miku is very large over there. And so that is a bootleg figure. So yeah, as you can see at the front, it have a lot of variant. So we have a pop-up red. Pop-up red is, I can simply say, only the early stage, not the current stage that made by Max Factory is already good. And this also as I can say is the same as price figure also. And then we have scale figures, then we have resin copy, and then we have Figma, and then we have Ring 1/4 scale over there. So for pop-up red, yes, the quality on the early stage is not far from the bootleg, so you barely notice about it. And yeah, same was this one. This one is the quality of the face is very off, and then the connector, the pack of the base is quite far from the base. It had a gap there, and yeah, is far different compared to the original. Let me show you guys my example, which is this one. This is Modred from Fate. As you guys can see, it's far details. Even the figure, this figure is small, is more details. And then the base is very, even though it's boring, the hexagon style, but it's done the job to make sure this figure is not easily being detached. And so yeah, as you can see, even buying pop-up parade is more as cheaper as this one. You can get bootleg, but somehow you will not getting ripped off by pop-up parade as for now, because doesn't have any kind of bootleg as for now. I think because it's already cheap, so people can afford to buy it, so no points of buying the bootleg stuff. And then we have a scale figure over here. This is Jeanne Alter, the dress version. This is the dress where we found her in Shinjuku, the Epic of Remnant. So yeah, the original made by Max Factory. This one is just a bootleg. The biggest thing you can know the bootleg is the base. The base is transparent and very low quality, although it have a metal pack, but it's still far from the quality of the original. It's very day and night. And then the quality of her dress is the color is not far from there, but the smoothness of the dress, like for example the original is more smooth and satin dress is very nice, but this one it have that kind of matte finish, but not as clean as the original. The hair is from this is where the bootleg figures invest a lot, is on the front, but on the side, the bottom, and at the back it doesn't care at all. So that's how they treat people to buy this figure. At the front it looks nice, at the back everything is kind of meh. So if some people that stubborn that buy this figure and doesn't care, yeah, is as long as the front is okay, they're satisfied. But people who really care about all around the condition, the quality of the figures, so trying to avoid the bootleg figures. As you guys can see, is really wobbling. Even I have to carry this figure, I cannot just hold the Jeanne itself. I need to hold same as the base, or else it's easily being detached. So yeah, buying the original figure is far better than the original this bootleg. As you guys can see here, we have a very unpainted. Some of it already been dust, but that is normal for collecting anime figures, by the way. Her face is okay, and at the back here, and as you guys can see, this is the problem of bootleg figures, and especially figures that only have one metal pack that connect to the base. Even the original, I still doubt to buy the original, because I really scared that could be also happen to the original Max Factory version, because I live in a country which the temperature is quite hot, and heat is the biggest enemy for anime figures, because it's easily melt and changing the shape or their posing. So I really afraid to buy any kind of figures that is only one leg connect, and it's quite heavy like this Jeanne. So I really scared of. Like for example, for this figure, I'm really not so scared more, because of this Ranko Kanzaki here is very light and it's original, and I really trust with how the quality was. The metal pack over here, as you guys can see, it's wobble, but not wobble enough to how the Jeanne does. But yeah, so another one that is very sad about the figure that have a one leg is my Ram, the first original figure that I bought. It's also been snap finish, because the Furyu doesn't give the metal pack the support towards her leg, and ends up snap after a few, like 8 to 10 months I own. So yeah, and it cannot be fixed. I trying to ask my local community of anime figure, and they can say it can be helped. Even with the super glue, it doesn't fix it. So yeah, a bit sad. I also make that video on my channel, so click the link above so you can watch that. So next is Figma over here. Figma in the early stage has a lot of bootlegs. You can easily find the bootlegs. Like for example for this one, same as the situation, I look from the live sale on Facebook, and they sell Figma. Back at the time, I really digging into collecting Miku, and Figma is very crazy about Miku and Android, and so I decide to buy. And after I open this figure up and do assemble, and the joint is very terrible, is easily been removed, is not connected, is for the from my point of view to see people collecting Figma, the original seems to be connected very good. So once it's connected, we need to have some pressure to detach back. So this one is you not need a lot of pressure stuff, just a small bit of movement and the joint is already been disconnected. And yeah, and the things that can give a sign of either the Figma is bootleg or not is it doesn't have any kind of hologram sticker. So Figma for original, they have a hologram. For this one, you can see it just a display at the back, and then the QR code something, and then this information, but doesn't have any kind of hologram sticker. It does have a Max Factory. This is a fake one, and yeah, that's the thing. If you're not looking for the sticker, looking for the joint, that is where you know the bootleg Figma or not. And also some people say that the fake Figma on the base doesn't have name of Figma. It's just a plain base like over here. I hope show, but it's not showing. Just show the figure, but yeah, it just plain doesn't have any symbol of Figma on the base. So that is also one of the sign that that Figma is a bootleg. So yeah, buying original is far better. So it's you, especially Figma have a lot of joint, and it's cause a lot of stress to disconnect and connect it to make sure what the posing you satisfied. So buying the original have a less stress for you guys. Same as this one, as you guys can see, even I just moved this kaneki over here, already been disconnected. Where's that? Okay, as you guys can see, this is the issue of buying bootleg figures. Just one tiny bit snap and the figure is already disconnected from the base. And yeah, the bootleg is always cutting the budget on base, so that is where you know how the low quality is. And this is a kaneki kaneki can from the Tokyo Ghoul. Back at the time, Tokyo Ghoul season 1 is very OP, and through the season 4 we have the centipede version, and the originals scene is very nice. So, and I think it's rare as for now. So if you can get it with a good price, definitely go for it, because it's very nice. Don't go for this one. Even though I really surprised, I've owning this kaneki here for few years, but it doesn't have any kind of sticky stuff to the centipede nor the figure itself, the kaneki itself. Even same as others, my Jan or everything, because I do suspect that bootleg figure tend to melt or have some kind of the chemical reaction to after a few years collecting. They have a quick reaction compared to the original, but somehow they survive. Maybe because I keep in the display, so the air is circulating. Unlike so some, if we keep around enclosure or the box, it maybe have that kind of reaction, but somehow it survived. And yeah, this figure for the Kaneki here, for the centipede, I have no complaint at all. It looks nice, only just that it's easily been disconnected from the base over here, and the Kaneki is the one that is not really on a high quality. And this figure, the have been slowed down is to downwards, because at the first I own this Kaneki is quite tall, same as tall as, not as tall as my Miku over there, but about the same as her shoulder, but somehow over here you can see it's getting lower. This is how you know that the quality of the PVC is not etched very well, so it's changing their shape by itself. Even I don't think this kind of stuff happened to original. This happened to the bootleg stuff. So yeah, I don't want to have a lot of action for this one, or else it been disconnected. And I just don't want to move a lot. Maybe I can, because if I move this figure, it's out of my camera angle, so let it be over there. So I explain it. There is a bootleg freeing 1/4 scale Miku. This is B3, I think. Yeah, this is the most expensive bootleg figure that I've ever purchased. So because of the bigger size, and the box is somehow similar to original, but instead of you open it like you unbox the phone box, where you lift up the upper side, but this one for the bootleg you just open like how normal action scale figure was. You have to open the lid up on the above, so that's how it is, but the design is somehow similar. But yeah, as you guys can see is after a few years of collecting, after keeping this Miku over here, you can see the hair is already loose up. For the original, as you know, is above, like here is the shape of the hair is for the left hair is like that, but somehow it's already getting loose up. It give a metal pack, so I give a point for the bootleg, but somehow it doesn't age well for how the quality is, but somehow it still survive. The head is still not snapped out, so that's why I still keep it. I'm not sure if this figure, for if I sell, have a value or not, because for this year Freeing will release the reissue version for this Miku, same as the Snow Miku version. So if you guys want to have a Miku 1/4 scale, that like same as this, that you have not time to buy for last time, so definitely get for this time. And the price is also cheap, it's lower than 30,000 yen. So right now for Freeing figures, B style or not, 30,000 yen and above is a standard for them. But somehow, because of this figure already have a prototype something, so they can cut their budget from there, so you can get lower price for the reissue version. So definitely go for it, because of it's not worth. And I'm not sure for the original if her thigh over here is quite stiff, if or the maybe itself the original have that kind of material is stiff, not a soft thigh, and the hair is not smooth, as you guys know, same as the Jan. So yeah, this is my my figure that I collecting, the bullet figure that I have been collect since 2019. This is some of figure that still I keep because of the condition is still okay, and I not want to sell this figure because it doesn't have any kind of value. So hopefully you guys have some kind of point be taken in from this video. Hopefully this kind of video will give you a lesson that you should going for the original rather than bootleg. You may not get the most of quantity, because bootleg you getting to quantity because you can buy more, rather than the quality. But if you buy the original figures, you sacrifice the quantity but you get the quality, you will be satisfied for a longer years. Maybe you want to sell and it still have the value, so maybe you can get some of your money backs and buying a new figures from there. So yeah, definitely spend more on original figures rather than buy the bootleg figures over here. So yeah, that's about it, guys. That's my video over here. It's quite a long video. Somehow it's kind of like podcast something, but yeah, I do enjoy this one. Thank you for watching. If you watch this to the end, I really appreciate. Don't comments down below what's your experience. Either you starting collecting this anime figure journey as me, starting with a bootleg and getting into original, or you have been scammed, tricked to getting into buying this bootleg figure. So comment down below, I will read it. If you find this video interesting or you have some kind of useful info, so definitely hit the like button. So subscribe to my channels if you haven't. I do a lot of content relating to anime figures and also FGO figures. So I also want to thanks for 100 subscribers. I do appreciate, even though it's just 100 subscribers, I really happy, and so I keep going forward, getting to more videos uploading. And yeah, and also happy Ramadan to people who celebrating. I'm also fasting for this month, so it's kind of challenging, but I do challenge myself to do stuff for this month. I'm not slowing down. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. See you guys in next video. Ciao.